All right, so welcome back to the Pole Association of Uganda's Grand Open. We are live from the bar called Grafton Arms Tavern. Grafton Arms Tavern. We are in Fort Portal and we're bringing you live games here, of course, for the Pole Association of Uganda's very first of the first tournaments of the year. And on the center table, we are bringing you a game between Mayinja Peter. Mayinja Peter is one of those sensations, hot cakes. Together with another hot cake in the names of Farouk Mutumba. Farouk Mutumba was the player for Capital Knight. I don't know which team is playing for now. He had gone AWOL for a while, but just giving you a very good peripheral view of some of the other games going on in the background as well. But Mayinja Peter plays for Sinkers Pool Club.
Returning Sima, Nakawasarene, Table 1. Umpires outset. Umpires, Raja, please start the time. Raja?
Well, you will excuse us. There was a bit of distraction from the MC. But yes, we have to move on regardless. Now, we do have a game going on between Mayinja Peter. He plays for the pool club in Best in Chirika called Sinkers Pool Club. Discovered from somewhere in Kamocha is a young man who came on the scene last year after reaching the finals in one of those weekly tournaments in Kamocha. Someone discovered him and told him, man, you have been playing another type of pool, but now we want you to play the real science pool. And they introduced him to a new team. Right now he's one of the hot cakes in the country. He's one of those players you don't want to meet right now. This is the guy that is on red here, Mayinja Peter. Chubby player, but very, very effective. And he's playing Farouk Mutumba, another revelation. The last 2 years he's been playing good pool. I remember, of course, when we had the grand or the end of year championship in Matuga. That young man played Turiji Jonan. He lost, but he put up a very, very good fight. A very good show, Farouk Mutumba. Used to play for Capital Knight until now. I don't know where he is now. Maybe he actually got a suspension, but he had gone a little bit of AWOL in the recent times. He's a very, very good player. In fact, attack is one of his weaknesses. Attack is one of his weaknesses. He's very good at attacking. He can pot a ball from a long distance, this young man here. I don't know if it's because he has big eyes or he just has good target, but both of these players are really, really good. And this is like the first game they're playing, so whoever wins this one, Farouk is on the yellows. Span the white just to get, of course, a little bit of angle on this one going up north. And I'm sure if the tables are good, if they're Super League tables, like I can see, Super League tables is what they are playing on. This Super League has actually become the norm in Uganda. It's the table that we know, it's the best table that we know. And boy took a very good shot without even being scared of maybe it hitting into the jaws. This is what Super League is all about. No wonder it is the most preferred brand of table in Uganda. Farouk Mutumba on his first black. Pots. 1-0 Farouk Mutumba leading Peter Mayinja. The only problem I'm finding with the place is, I think, even where the players are, you cannot play comfortably because of the movement from the players who are passing through, from the waiters and waitresses who are passing in the background. And there's also a lot of lately there's been a lot of heat, but the advantage here in Fort Portal, the heat is not like the one in Kampala. So if you made it to Fort Portal just like me, I want to welcome you aboard and also encourage you to encourage your friends. Share the links on your WhatsApp groups and let them also enjoy from the comfort of their homes. My name is DMS on the commentary for the Polo Association of Uganda. I want to big up the executive committee, especially the competitions committee, together with the tournament director's office and the publicity office, led by George Katongole, Donald Ampomoza, and of course our chairman is also in Fort Portal this time around, Mr. Bob Trubish, watching the games from aside, from afar. Guantanamera. Farouk Mutumba on the yellows. Remember, it's rest to 4. First one on 4 wins the day, and they're all time. They begin at 55 minutes. So in that very time frame, you should be able to be done with the games, and every single game is counted on the clock. So even for the ladies category, for the minors category, and for the seniors category, they're all timed. Stipulated rules, of course, we are set. Shouldn't be drinking while you're playing. The only thing you can sip on is water in between the shots, but not a beer, not a hard drink. Also at the same time, players were asked to all put on the official black trouser for men and women, or skirts, and then of course the polo t-shirt in black or white. Those are the official standard rules for PAU tournaments. And because of the heat, they didn't encourage people to actually put on the long-sleeved shirts. So that's another, I think, advantage this time around. Farouk Mutumba trying to finish this game. I've watched him play not only in tournaments, but also, of course, in the league. Was really good, of course, with Capital Knight. And I remember watching him while they were playing Roxbury. That's in Chiwanga, where they actually had victory and they won 11-9. But now Farouk against the world. Let's see if he can actually go through this game. Looks very well set up. Yellow in, yellow left, yellow right, black anywhere. So it's already a good game. And if he leads here 2-0, just like I told you, anyone who's leading on time has a very big advantage. The more games you win, the bigger advantage you have, because it's a race against time. The games are still lukewarm. We are waiting to bring you some of those very entertaining games. They will be involving, of course, some of your biggest shots, your biggest names, but you're not seeing your seeded players yet, simply because all the seeded players in the men 1 to 8 come in second round later on. For the women, seeded 1 to 4, they also be coming, of course, later on in second round. And I'm talking about Anka Sheila, I'm talking about Rukia Naiga, I'm talking about Rashida Mutesi, I'm talking about Amina Faith Nganda. Good shot there from Farouk. On the black. His opponent is still on 7 balls. I remember back in the day when someone could beat you 7 balls. 7 balls is when your opponent finishes, like what Farouk is about to do, without you putting a single ball on table. You could be a laughing stock. They could make fun of you. In some places, they could write your name down, or they write your name on that lamp holder, and they put, for example, they can say, Semanda Roger was beaten 7 balls by DMS. They write it on the lantern holder or lamp holder, so that people remember that on this day, the 1st of March, DMS beat Rugambaje Francis 7 balls twice in one day.
DMS, that is not right. You're not supposed to benchmark on strong players that you beat them a certain number of goals. Please, you have to make the right communication that Semanda Rogers beat DMS 7-2.
Okay, I beg to be corrected. I made the wrong example. When can I even meet Semanda Roger? He's a weak player. I can never meet him in any way. Because remember, for us, we come later on second round. But anyway, that was a joke.
DMS, come on. I know I cannot meet you anywhere. You're supposed to play with the likes of Bob Minan. Your tournament is on, I know, but you failed to register. So you cannot play in us, the seniors. You have to play in the monsters.
That is Semanda Roger. In case you do not know him, he's the man behind all the technicalities you see. He runs the clock, he runs the official website. That is www.qscore.com. In fact, I should remind you, if you're out there and you want to know scores, if you want to know results, if you want to know fixtures, what is coming on next, log on to www.qscore.com. You're going to find all those results and information right there. And remember, you can actually also forward all these links to your WhatsApp group so that your friends who are not here can get a chance to know what exactly is going on. Center table, we have Farouk Mutumba leading 2-0. A race against time. Remember, it's rest to 4 and rest to 4 all the way to the quarterfinals. Mayinja Peter, I know him for being very, very unapologetic. He's a very good porter. He runs the table like hay, and he hasn't got any chance yet to show me one of those skills. But here he is with a chance to redeem himself with one game. Peter Mayinja on red.
We are having forward in tackle versus half training soldier, center table.
Good to see some of the senior players coming back in the game.
Legends Majini.
I heard Nsubuga Humphrey is going to be playing with Fahad Intambi. Both are legends in the game, and they're matching themselves in this round, first round here in Fort Portal.
Table 4.
Again,
Sophia.
reminding you where we are
Mirembe William. Table 5.
in the beautiful city of Fort Portal.
Table
400 and more kilometers all the way from Kampala. We're bringing you the PAU Grand Open Tournament. If you're wondering why we are here, it's simply because we are giving a chance to all the regions to also represent and host some of these tournaments, so that we don't have a whole Kampala business thing going on. Poll is not for Kampala, poll is for Uganda. So the next time you could be hearing us in Moroto, the next time you probably could be hearing us in Kitgum on Women's Day. Poll has to move all over the country so that, of course, everyone gets a chance to be viewed, to be on TV, and all this is in favor not of the SDGs, but we're also looking towards affiliation. I beg up and towards federation. That's for the National Council of Sports. All this, of course, is in that light. So, Fort Portal, thank you so much. Grafton Arms Tavan for hosting us here. And the weather, I told you, I love it. Even when it's so hot, it is not as draining. It is not as burning as it is in Kampala. So we are not so okay, but at least much better than what we were experiencing in Kampala the whole of this month. Mutumba Farouk versus Peter Mayinja. Peter Mayinja is trailing 2-0 down. Mutumba Farouk, formerly of Capital Knight, playing a player of Sinkers Pool Club. I want to say my special shouts going out to the Ankole Pool Association. Also, I see they are well represented here. Special shout out to the guys of Toro Pool Association, representing fully here. Brian, I can recognize some of the names. I've seen Johnny, I have seen Ivan Moronji, I've seen Rutura, and some of the players who have come from Masaka as well. I know, of course, Nyonjo Glorious is here. He's now a seeded player. Seeding's changed, and they're also here to play for more seeding points. Remember, the more PAU tournaments you play and you advance to the good stages, the more chances you actually have of getting better seeding points. Now, I know the winner here will probably have 12 points for the men's category. So it is actually a very important tournament to play. But also, you have to make some more money, add more money in the bank. 3 million shillings is up for grabs for the winner in the men's category. And then also, of course, reminding you that for the women's category, the grand prize is 1.5. There's money for second for men, it's 1.5, third is 750, fourth is 300, and 5 to 8, 100,000. Winner in the ladies category is 1.5, second is 5 and 800, third is 400, fourth 200,000, and 8, or the last 8, 100,000. The masters category, we have 700,000 shillings, second 500,000, third 300,000. In the juniors, the winner will be walking away 400,000 shillings, and second 200,000, and the third 100,000. So play to win and make some more money, get seeded. Registration and of course advertisements were done about 2 months ago, and this is the day finally where we get to see the results. Who the best of the pool players is as we begin off the year. Peter Mayinja took a decent shot with very minimal power just to maintain that white, but unfortunately it came that close, very close actually to the red, almost touching. Now he has to come up with a magical shot to get himself out of trouble here, but Farouk Mutumba is already leading him 2-0 ahead of time. So Mayinja cannot even be wasting any more time dilly-dallying with the ball. He will have to produce some magic. If I can give you another angle of that shot. That is how it's standing now. Back to Farouk Mutumba. Young man with a lot of dreams. Good target. He's dedicated. I see him training almost all the time at Ultimate Pool Club, pool joint in Intinda, where Simon Lubolwa, the computer, plays from. Mutumba Farouk on the yellow. Pots, and snookers himself behind the black. His face can say it all. He's very disappointed in that shot. He actually took a good slice. Unfortunately, those things happen. Just like how Arsenal keeps getting its penalties. A clear penalty in the box against Nottingham Forest, and still the referee denies them. These things happen in sports, and you're wondering, was that intentional? Did they see it? Those are the bleepers. Now here's another shot coming in from Farouk Mutumba to come out of his